We often hear that all people are equal, but when we look around, it's hard to see this equality. Everyone is born into different circumstances. As we grow up, we develop different appearances, heights, and social positions. So where does this idea of equality come from? Before we start, if you resonate with this video, consider supporting by subscribing. We upload weekly on self-improvement related topics and diving deep into your own spirituality, aiming to help you achieve inner peace and adopt fresh perspectives towards life, as it is sometimes all you need to open up a completely different life path for yourself. The equality we usually talk about is upward equality. For example, children wanting to be equal to adults, poor people wanting to be equal to the rich, or women wanting to be equal to men. But upward equality is never truly possible. Can we make men give birth? Can we transfer our height to someone else? Can we bring our pets into first-class airplane cabins? Even if we achieve some form of upward equality, it often feels forced and unnatural. It tests our patience and self-control, and can make life more difficult. Real equality is about having an equal mindset. What does this mean? It means accepting things as they are, allowing differences to exist, and understanding that diversity is part of life. It's like letting flowers be flowers and trees be trees, different, yet part of the same world. Our minds tend to categorize things, which can cause problems. For instance, when we think about relationships, we often see being in love and breaking up as opposites. We chase one and avoid the other. This creates stress and unhappiness. Instead, try looking at both being in love and breaking up as different parts of the same experience, love. Whether you're falling in love or going through a breakup, both are opportunities for personal growth and learning. They're just different ways to experience life's emotions. When you understand this, you start to see things differently. Beauty and ugliness, wealth and poverty, tallness and shortness, they're all just different aspects of life, each with its own purpose. Everything is part of a whole, showing us different sides of life and helping us grow in various ways. This idea is similar to the ancient concept that nature treats all things equally. It means that nature doesn't favor one thing over another. It's all part of the same system. From this perspective, everything you see and experience is, in a way, a creation of your own mind. It's like watching TV. The screen shows different images, but they're all just pictures on the same display. The differences you see are really just reflections of your own thoughts and beliefs. Here's a thought-provoking idea. Everyone you meet is, in a sense, a reflection of your own mind. In any situation, you're the only one truly present. For example, imagine you're giving a speech and feeling nervous because you think everyone is watching you. The pressure doesn't come from people actually watching, but from your belief that they are. The audience you're worried about is really just a projection of your own thoughts. There's a saying, the you that others see isn't really you. The others that you see are really you. This means that how you perceive others is often a reflection of your own thoughts and feelings. Let's look at an example. A mother has two sons, but she prefers the younger one. One day, she passes by their room and sees both boys asleep, each holding a book. She praises the younger son for being studious, even while sleeping, but she criticizes the older son for falling asleep while studying. Same situation, different interpretations, all because of the mother's pre-existing beliefs and preferences. This happens in everyday life too. When you find a piece of clothing attractive, it's not really about the clothing itself. It's about the mental filter you're applying to it. Different people can look at the same thing and see it differently, because we all have our own mental labels that we stick on things. So why do we form these thoughts and judgments, and why can't we control them? There are two main reasons. 1. We develop our own understanding of things based on our experiences. 2. We become attached to these understandings and find it hard to change them. This happens with everything in life. We form opinions and then hold on to them tightly. For example, someone might be obsessed with money because they grew up feeling like they never had enough. This makes them vulnerable to being manipulated by people who flaunt their wealth. Our attachments to our beliefs can cause problems. If you have a cheap cup and it breaks, you might not care much. But if it's an expensive antique, even a small chip could upset you for a long time. The cup is the same, but your reaction is different because of the value you've assigned to it. The more attached you are to your beliefs, the more you suffer when things don't match those beliefs. This suffering can make you even more attached, creating a cycle that's hard to break. So, how can we solve this problem and stop reacting automatically to things? There are two approaches. 1. Try to change external circumstances. This is what most people do. If you feel inferior to someone, you might try to become more successful than them or find a more attractive partner. But this approach often doesn't work, because external circumstances are hard to control and are often reflections of our inner state. 2. Change your inner perspective. This is the more effective approach. Instead of trying to change the world around you, work on changing how you see things. Understand that external events are often projections of your inner thoughts and feelings. Things aren't inherently good or bad. We assign those labels based on our beliefs. Changing yourself is usually easier than changing others or the world around you. But it's still challenging. If it were easy, we'd all be enlightened already. The key is to replace your old views with more positive, balanced ones. Accept that some things in life will never be equal, and that's okay. You can't always change your surroundings to match your desires. What you can do is learn to accept and allow for differences, understanding that they're all part of life's rich tapestry. Why is it hard to let go of our existing views? Often, it's because we haven't been exposed to enough alternative perspectives. We might be unwilling to listen to or believe in different ideas. But if you regularly expose yourself to more enlightened viewpoints, you'll start to see how limiting your old beliefs were. It's like looking back at your childhood thoughts. They often seem naive now. When you gain a higher perspective, it becomes easier to let go of old, unhelpful beliefs. The essence of personal growth is about letting go of attachments and seeing things more clearly. It's not about gaining special powers or abilities. Remember, the person you're arguing with, the one you're angry at, in a way, they're all reflections of yourself. From a higher perspective, there's no other out there, just different aspects of the same reality. Improving yourself isn't about changing the world around you. It's about looking inward and realizing that what you see outside is often a reflection of what's inside. When you understand this, your thinking starts to change, and your life begins to transform. Things become clearer, more positive, and increasingly different in a good way. As you reflect on these ideas, remember that true equality and peace of mind start from within. It's not about making everything in the world the same, but about understanding and accepting the diversity of life. By shifting your perspective and loosening your attachment to fixed ideas, you can navigate life's challenges with more ease. This journey of self-discovery and personal growth is ongoing, but each step you take towards a more open and accepting mindset brings you closer to a life of genuine contentment and harmony. So, as you go about your day, try to catch yourself when you're making quick judgments or feeling upset about differences. Instead, pause and consider how you might view the situation from a place of acceptance and understanding. This small shift can lead to big changes in how you experience the world around you. Thank you for your time, and take care.